Hey everyone, Hot Baka Zenny here with another Fig Ultra review. And yes, of course, just like last time, how I reviewed both the girls in the same video, I'm going to be doing the same thing with the boys. We got another Radio Eva double feature, baby. I know you haven't been waiting, but I sure have. It's been probably about 6 or 7 months since I received these. So I'm hyped to get these finally open! You know, it's actually been a while since I've done kind of a bigger unboxing. I think I'll bust out the trench knife for this one. This box is from Hobby Link, Japan, and this box came from Solaris. Wonder why there's like a big difference in size of boxes. Cue the unboxing montage.
Stocks is high, the streets is lit. Blowing past, getting cash, driving off with some gangsta shit. When on top, keep a Glock, toast and pain and gift. Carry strength, see the minks in my chain with drips. The untouchable, we plush blowing strains of biff. Off with us, find your neck in the strangest twist.
Alright, now that these stylish boys are finally out of their boxes, we can start the review and go over the details.
I'll be back for more licks. Hey yo, back us and gives me the monster click. Don't talk money unless you pull out a monster brick.
I may have bought these figs just for their boxes. Okay, not really, but these compartmentalizing devices are equally as slick as the boys that are inside them. All 4 sides have something worthwhile to show off, to their big bulky art profiles on this side, and their names in holographic brush font over here. Ooh, shiny. Their shirt designs are stealthily etched out on this side. Don't ask, I just find these boxes fashionably presentable. And I respect that. But it's kind of weird for a grown man to be ogling over some cardboard boxes. What we all came here for, well, it's the figures inside them. So let's pop these fellas out of their dummy plugs and go over the details now. When I was doing the review for the girls, for some reason I saved this picture on my computer. Not sure why, but yeah, I mean, they are grilling. Okay, that's a little better. Unfortunately, I can't review them both at the same time, so I gotta split them up from piano practice for a little bit. Sorry. Kaworu absolutely exudes Final Messenger energy, so he takes the stage first. Sorry, Shinji. This is the closest we're going to get a figure to that supreme drip meme pose. Just look at that power stance. The way his fingers are locked and that classic smug smile on his face. And that's why we're here today. He got that hood up and pulled back over his messy gray hair. And with a little zooming in, I just noticed he has it tied back on one side into a little bro ponytail. It does seem a little sloppier and longer than how it is in the show, so his bangs hang right over his face, just parting away from his cool and careless, dreamy eyes. With that void grin, it looks like he's about to confess his love to us. Also, just noticed the piercing on his right ear. Who bow ties up their strings on a pullover hoodie? A dang angel! That's who! Good thing they are uneven. If they were perfectly straight, it would look like he was wearing one of those bolo ties. Why is this boy so obsessed with spears? The hypnotizing pattern almost resembles the design of the big bad spear itself. Oh, it's because those spears are our only hope. Little Angel Boy has the sleeves rolled up, exposing a long sleeve undershirt. Just like Ray's sweater, his sleeves have little shout-outs from the show, except it's really hard to make out what exactly they are. I see an AT field, and maybe like half of Lilith? Of course, the black ring and matching nail polish keeps things looking clean. What's he doing? The steeple in the church finger thing? Here's all the people. The shirt peeping out from under the hoodie is a nice touch. Oh, look, his sweatpants match his hair. Gay. I mean gray. Those high tops are pretty basic, but they suit the swag. Don't even think twice about stepping on Cow's sneaks. But what if he had these bootleg Eva shoes on? This boy has so much drip, he shouldn't be trusted. He's out there popping off, man. I'm about to install some viruses on my computer now just to get these Eva cursors. Now I can buy this Eva pachinko machine off eBay. In style. Okay, Shinji, you can come back. It's your turn now. Shinji, can you hear me? Is he even listening?
Avoiding all the pitfalls. When it looked at you, I was mixed up with big dogs.
You can't trick me. He may have a suave and sauntry strut going on, but under that laid-back smile, there's a boy that's been abandoned by his dad 14 years ago. The way his facial expression is sculpted, it almost makes it look like he's putting on a fake smile. His head slightly angled down with his eyebrows relaxed over his gray-blue eyes. Shinjo's had a rough day, man. But even though he's down, he keeps telling himself, I mustn't run away. Come on, kid, fix that belt. I think it says Nerve Special Government Agency on it. So my autism made me think the Beats from the cartoon Doug, but that band was the Beats like the vegetable. Beast, like when his Eva unit loses control and goes all beast mode. At least that's what the description of the shirt says on their site, which is the Radio Eva website, just in case you were wondering. But I couldn't find the version he's wearing, but there was a cool camouflage one in 01's colors. Pretty cool. My boy's got that extra comfy sweater and turtleneck combo going on. All he needs is a Jesus piece. He must really care what time it is because he's wearing his watch on the outside of his sleeve. Does that watch not have dials on it? Whoa! Are those corduroys? They're even brown. The 70s called Shinji, just like Kaworu's kicks, these are simple and clean as well. The color more so matching Ray instead of something Shinji would wear. Don't know why, but I always dig the one hand in the pocket. And with the other hand delicately held open, it gives him a little sway, like he's in motion. Alright, with all the details finally out of the way, we can go further into the terminal dogma and go over my likes and dislikes for these two troublemakers.
My leather black jeans on, my by any means on, part and I'm getting my scream on. Into the kingdom, but watching you bring home.
Why does King of the Hill work so well with anime? That boy ain't right. You damn well know I gotta rep those bases. They're so sleek and smooth. You don't see many figures getting glass bases these days. It's not glass, but it might as well be for how clean they are. Just mind the fingerprints. The light gray circles fits these figs so well. Plus, they are small, except Kaworu's. This is a little bigger because of that big stance. You know he had to do it to him. Like a broken record, of course I have to mention characters and regular fits has to be my favorite genre. Not just because I'm jealous that I can't pull it off or look as good as them, but it gives us a little glimpse into the characters' daily lives. Maybe catching them in between all the action on a lazy weekend day. It's actually kind of nice seeing the characters from Eva happy. While I do think Shinji and Kaworu got the shaft on their selection of stylish clothes compared to all the other versions out there, they at least pull off their looks. I think out of all their different wardrobes, these actually look the most natural on them. Shinji's more casual with his fashion runway walk, and Kaworu, well, bass boost sound effect. The main reason we're buying these figures from the Radio Eva line is for the clothing, and thanks Ashiel, they got those right. The fabric draping on Shinji's baggy corduroys and Kaworu's scrunched up sleeves of his hoodie look nice and natural. And the little touches like the sleeves on Shinji's sweater poking out and the elastic bands on Kao's sweatpants around his ankles. Overall, their clothes are what make the man. Oh, and I already confessed my love for their boxes in the last review, so I won't gush again. But just look at them. Best boxes in the game. Dislikes. My least favorite part of doing these reviews. Frowny face. I don't know, their poses just aren't as exciting as the girls. I think it's because they are less dynamic, since they are both looking straight ahead. I think there is less you can do with them. Everyone else is posing with a little extra flair. Asuka's got the flamingo going on, Ray's pinching her sleeve and looking around, Mari's got the hands on her hips, while these two are just kind of flatly standing around. But that's pretty isolated because they still are great poses on their own. Speaking of plain, their clothing choice is nothing to write home about either. They don't do much to extenuate their characters more. All Shinji has is his illegible belt and Kaworu with the faded spear print on his hoodie. There's not much tying them to the show exactly, and I would like to see more of that, like how Asuka's shoes and hair wraps match her Eva unit, and Rei's glasses referencing how she keeps Gendo's specs. But hey, at least they got more attention than Mari. The same thing happened again. The final sculpt looks a little off or different from the prototypes for both of these boys. Like Shinji's smile turned into more of a frown, and Kaworu's chin got a little more pronounced. Got that Jay Leno going on. And lastly, I wish the quality of these figures didn't vary so much. Asuka's scaled a tad bigger than everyone else for some reason. Rei got the least shading out of everyone, and for some reason it seems like these boys' eyes are smaller than the girls'. You see what I'm talking about? Whoa, it almost looks like Langley's eyes were painted on instead of using the usual sticker. But all's right with the world, and there are no major defects with these fellas. Or at least on the outside. Let's move on over to the only part of this review that matters, the ratings. I've never done this before, but I have a feeling these two songs will mash up pretty good. Let's try it. Yeah, let's go.
A millionaire, I'm a young money millionaire, tougher than Nigerian hair. My criteria compared to your career just isn't fair. I'm a
Here we go. This is the part of the review where I pretend to judge these figures out of 3 different categories and add points based on fake evaluations when I already have the final score told way before I even started writing this review. The game's rigged, I tell ya. Oh, hello, Ikari-kun. First category is a Fig Ultra Standard, Photographability. It's all about the look with these boys. And these boys got the look. And by look, I'm talking about those poses. Even giving the JoJo's crew a run for their money. Wait, I've said that before. I don't normally collect whole groups of figures, especially more expensive scale figures. But I love this line so much. For as simple as normal clothes are, I mean it's just boring stuff you or I would wear in real life, they totally stand way out from other figures in your collection. More characters and streetwear please, like these two original cuties. I can picture Child 2 strutting around the busy streets of Tokyo 3 on a cool summer day. And this guy on a rap album cover. Since they are modeled after model poses, they photograph beyond superbly. Somehow they manage to look gorgeous at every angle. The next category up is quality. 1,000 years from now, when aliens start digging up our figure collections, these Radio Eva figures will be the only ones left standing in one piece. One Piece! The One Piece! Absolute solid lads we have here. The whole line always feels super solidly built. Nothing feels flimsy or brittle. And it seems like the paintwork on these two have improved a little since the girls released, especially their hair, which was an issue for me with the girls. I gotta say, Shinji's mop is looking damn fine, like legit really good. They got all those loose bangs and sharp edges, spot on. He uses Pantene for shine and sheen. And Kaworu's is just as messy and unkept as it's always been. Keep it up, buddy. The quality of this line is on the up and up, so I'm even more stoked for the next run. These still do sort of suffer from what I call ceramic doll face syndrome, where their faces seem a little bit stiff and pale. Oh, and Shinji did have a little scooch of paint missing on his cranium right there. So there's that. But at least that's about it when it comes to any paint defects or even deformations. Okay, and the last category is Shinji cranking it.
Shinji, crank that, soldier boy.
I am giving the Radio Eva versions of Shinji Ikari and Kaworu Nagisa 2.0 plus 1.0 out of 5. Shinji plushes holding a mug and Kaworu's plush intimidating me slightly. It's seriously, what's he want? Stop! Final thoughts time. Why no Misato Radio Eva? Why no Best Girl Ritsuko Drip? Why no Pen Pen? So much missed potential for this line. Well, it still looks like the Radio Eva store is still making new clothes, so maybe there's still hope. This jacket is pretty dope though. Yep, they still look hella good together. And for some reason, these pilots work so well with this fancy clothing concept. As of the release of this vid, my Asuka Part 2 was unfortunately pushed back, which for one shows how long it takes me to do a review, and two, now I'm even more excited to get her in my hands easy and find out if the quality has gone up a peg or two. But either way, it's more Eva, and that is always a good thing.
Well, that's the end of Evangelion Fig Ultra reviews for today. I hope you had a good time. I know I sure did. Super stoked for version 2 of the girls to come out. It'll probably take me another year and a half after they release to finally get around to reviewing them both, but I will. Mark my words. I always implore you, you don't have to, but check out my Instagram where I'm always uploading pictures. You'll see these figures on there and of course other figures that I receive, so it's a good way to get a heads up on what I'll be doing next. Same as Twitter, that has updates and happenings. If you want to be bugged by me on Discord, go ahead and stop by there too. Usually talking about Taco Bell or something stupid. So as always, much love. You guys are the absolute best. I will see you in the next video.